There's videos of him wandering around aimlessly. He started to re-upload to his social media. Now, I'm going to give a big warning here. Korea that are very motivated to take down Johnny Somali are saying, hey, this is on the table. Now, it's creative, it's new. But if the judge in Korea and the prosecutors are mad enough, this is absolutely on the table.
Guys, we got some big updates about Johnny Somali. Johnny Somali once again made a mistake and once again angered the judge in the court. Yes, you heard that right. This time the judge and the court are once again against Johnny Somali brutally. And this time Johnny Somali is facing new backlash from the court and the judge. And why? Because Johnny Somali is right now doing something the judge and the court warned him before not to do. But actually, Johnny Somali is doing those kinds of things once again and literally denying the warning of the court and the judge. That's why the court and prosecution are now once again making new charges for Johnny Somali.
The judge in Korea and the prosecutors are mad enough. This is absolutely on the table.
And this can lead to Johnny Somali's prison time, additional years, and more consequences for him. So this is actually the move, and this is actually the tactic for Johnny Somali to escape. But this time, once again, he got caught. So what actually happened, and what is the latest update about Johnny Somali? I will break it down in this video. Let's keep watching till the end. So guys, as you know, Johnny Somali has already been fully destroyed in many ways because, as you know, he already lost his family support, he lost Hank Yu's support, he lost all of his allies and Discord support, and now he's looking like walking in the street like a homeless person. He has no money left. But that is actually why Johnny Somali is now desperately uploading videos on YouTube and also making sure his criminal videos resurface on the internet. Why? I don't even know, but there are actual reasons I will describe later, but first watch this video where Legal Mindset actually talked about this issue. As you know, what Johnny Somali is doing right now is totally disgusting and totally against the court's warning for Johnny Somali. So if Johnny Somali actually does not consider the court's decision and court's warning, Johnny Somali will face new consequences. So here in this video you can hear Legal Mindset and what he said about this.
He now knows without question the statue represents a child, 19 years old. He is threatened to go back to the statue. He is reposting videos about the statue, and I'm going to show you those in a second. He's just reposted these. The news cycle is getting to where he would act out for attention, clout, and boredom. Remember, Johnny Somali has said he cannot help himself. He cannot control himself. There's videos of him wandering around aimlessly. He started to re-upload to his social media. Now, I'm going to give a big warning here. Do not check his social media. Do not go there. Do not feed the troll. Do not give him views. Do not give him money. Do not give him anything else. Don't do that, right? Do not do that. It's not good.
Did you hear this from Legal Mindset? As I heard before, this is actually the tactic of Johnny Somali to once again make money as he is now totally broke. He has no money left. So Johnny Somali is actually making this type of tactic to manipulate others, and actually this is the tactic to make him survive once again. So don't actually get trapped in his trap. Be careful of Johnny Somali, everyone, and also make sure to raise your voice so Johnny Somali faces the full and maximum punishment. And as you also know, the South Korean people and all the people everywhere have already made petitions and most of the things to make sure Johnny Somali faces maximum punishment.
It's time for people to think, because now people have had almost a year to think about Johnny Somali and how to prosecute him. They say, hey, wait a second, this is on the table. And people inside Korea that are very motivated to take down Johnny Somali are saying, hey, this is on the table. Now, it's creative, it's new. But if the judge in Korea and the prosecutors are mad enough, this is absolutely on the table. So what would that be? Once again, life in prison or a minimum of 5 years.
So that's how actually the judge and the prosecution are once again thinking. They had given a lot of chances to Johnny Somali, but this time they should not show him any kindness. I can guarantee you Johnny Somali's sentencing will not be less than 10 years if all of this actually goes on and the judge gives the full punishment. Guys, what do you think? Let me know about this. So, I think definitely Johnny Somali is actually making Oasis's life more. But what Johnny Somali is actually trying to do is very shady and false and unsuccessful, I think. Because remember, Johnny Somali and Hank Yu made a lot of tactics to leave South Korea and survive from all the consequences. There were plans like Hank Yu trying to make him survive, or Johnny Somali thinking of going to China after his prison time. The reality is clear. No one will stick around for Johnny Somali anymore. He might end up spending all his time in prison, or if he somehow disappears completely from the internet, it won't change the fact that most creators and the public are already concerned about one thing. Johnny Somali's career is officially over.
He is in big trouble. The last time we checked in on him, he was trying to leave South Korea, but now he has not been allowed to leave. He is banned from traveling. He's banned from leaving the country. This man has racked up charge after charge after charge after charge. And it's not just silly stuff like being annoying by carrying a dirty fish around the street. It's serious charges that carry minimum and maximum sentences, sometimes upwards of decades. This man is in big trouble.
So as you can see, both the public and experts are clear. Johnny Somali realistically cannot fight back. His career in South Korea is likely over. But what was Johnny Somali's own intention? What did he say before all this happened? As you might remember, or maybe not, Johnny Somali himself said that if he somehow managed to escape, he wouldn't chase clout anymore. Instead, he planned to get a proper job. You can see him saying this in the video.
Even if I did shut it off and say I quit this Johnny Somali character, I'm just gonna go back to being Ramsey. I'm gonna use my finance degree and go start a business or get a normal job and live a peaceful life back at home in America. I feel like I've had so many experiences that have been life-changing, and the resiliency it's given me, like really what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I've been through a lot of shit, and I feel like if I quit, what was the point of it?
So everyone knows that Johnny Somali is a liar. What he says about changing his character is not trustworthy or believable. I just can't believe it. So that's why actually the judge and the prosecution are once again thinking they had given a lot of chances to Johnny Somali, but this time they should not show him any kindness. I can guarantee you Johnny Somali's sentencing will not be less than 10 years if all of this actually goes on and the judge gives the full punishment. Guys, what do you think? Let me know about this. And where is the proof? Is that proof, once again, Johnny Somali re-uploading his criminal videos to earn ad revenue from YouTube? I think YouTube should ban him once again. And while the judge and the prosecution are actually seeing all of this, now this time they are surely making new big trouble for Johnny Somali. That can lead Johnny Somali's situation to become even worse, which Johnny Somali himself said before.
I think if I get sent to prison again, I'm gonna go psycho. if. And I think at that point, there's no more Ramsey at that point. I feel like I'll go crazy.
So that's actually why Johnny Somali is desperately trying not to go through sentencing easily, because once the sentencing happens, he will face a minimum of 5 to 8 years. Then there will be no more Johnny Somali anymore. Also, you already know his father and mother have fully turned off their support for Johnny Somali. Even Johnny Somali also said before that his father actually restricted him from the beginning when all this chaos first started.
I will say it. My father told me not to have kids. Yes, he said that. Yes, my father said, do not have kids. He did say that. I'm gonna be honest, he did say that. I don't care.
I don't know if Johnny Somali is telling the truth or not, but even if his father did say that, it's not wrong after everything Johnny has done. And yes, I know this is sharp, but his birthplace wasn't the problem. His choices were. That's why he's become a curse to himself and to the people around him. If you find my words reckless, I'm sorry. But based on what Johnny Somali has done, I think he deserves to hear this. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments. So actually, right now Johnny Somali has nothing left to survive on. Nothing left. Johnny Somali is now fully ignored and rejected, walking the streets alone. Everything is gone for him, and he has almost no chance to survive. So now, Johnny Somali's father and mother should definitely cut ties with him permanently. He doesn't deserve any help. Even if they gave him support, there's no guarantee Johnny Somali would ever change or become a good person. There's literally no guarantee, because Johnny Somali is someone who has never shown he can be good. And as the judge and the prosecution once again found out about Johnny Somali's reckless behavior before his last and main court trial, probably this time, I think Johnny Somali will not be able to handle anything. And definitely the judge will make his situation worse. What do you think? Let me know.